Hi everybody, a very good evening. I'm Justine Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of I'm Decor Design with the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions. And I'm the founder and the CEO, the brainwave, the brainchild. And we do interior solutions where we have lamps, mirrors, consoles. We have sofas, we have art installations and stuff. We've got interesting stuff in Wicker, which is tables and furniture as well. We've got accessories like bookends, we have candle holders, we have picture frames, we have vases, and of course, it's premium and luxury and stuff. And it's a weekend, and as I take a retreat, and I'm hoping everybody is having a great evening and a great time. I'm doing some short thought sharing on uncertainty. So there are so many people out there who have this thing of uncertainty, and the point is, do we know what's going to happen the next minute? We don't know what's going to happen the next minute. So as I speak with my friends and stuff, some of them share and talk about not enjoying their work or not being feeling great about relationships. Some have not even found their partner. Some of them are not even kind of settled now. Some of them are doing their own businesses and stuff. They're running companies and stuff. And when they're looking at the economic scenario of some countries, and they're following the news and views of people everywhere, there's a certainty and an unpredictability about a lot of things and stuff. But then the point is this: if you were to focus on the development that's happening and stuff, and if you're kind of glued into the right pages of information and stuff which are appearing on your walls, you know that there's so much amazing happening and stuff. And there is a set of lines which I'm sharing here from an experience of my own, which I find with a lot of people who are dealing with uncertainty. So, what is it about uncertainty? So, is it always a good idea to have a plan? I had shared this before that yes, it's always a great idea to plan yourself in advance and stuff. But the point is, for certain stuff, you got to leave space for spontaneity and kind of going with the flow and stuff. And you don't have to always plan and stuff, because if the plan doesn't go the way you wanted, I'm talking about the general day of having fun or even work or even meeting people or kind of living up to your commitments and stuff, then there is a certain kind of unhappiness or discomforting feeling that comes in and stuff. Okay, so the point is, what is it that you should do? So let's imagine that you're in a train and you've gotten on the train. Now you don't know where the train is going, and you close your eyes and you're kind of focusing on the situation. You start imagining the worst. You're going to be lost. You don't know where you're going to go. You're not going to get off and stuff like that. So I see so many people when I travel by the local trains, which is much easier and faster in India and in my city, that people kind of perpetually kind of get into a mode of anxiety and stuff like that, and they are not ready to face the uncertainty and stuff. Okay, it's a small example, but I'm going to elaborate that. And now when you're going to be looking at it from a healthier point of view, you're kind of looking at it as an adventure. So there's so many times that I've been kind of in my own headspace and I'm coming back a little tired, and I've boarded the metro, let's say from CP, Janpat, or I'm coming from Gurgaon and stuff, and I've taken a wrong detour. And so many times it's happened that I've got off and I've walked the metro station and stuff, and apparently I've had to change my route 2-3 times and stuff because I'm confused about it, or my GPRS is not working or whatever, or people have misguided me. But the thing is this, that my coping mechanism or the way I look at it is that okay, I've got some extra time to spend on the platform and stuff, of course, when I'm alone. And when you have people with you, then you obviously absorb and you kind of take in other people's emotions and their reactions and stuff. So that's that. And then in the same way, we are kind of looking at the balancing act, where we are kind of looking at an inner conflict of both wanting freedom and we wanting control at the same time. If there's an uncertainty, if there is uncertainty, we get stressed. If we have excess of control, we feel oppressed, and we want to escape from the tried and tested routes and stuff like that. So, in a nutshell, finding the balancing point between control and uncertainty is something which is very important, because it kind of makes us feel comfortable, and it's kind of helping us be a little self-fulfilled and stuff like that. I'm sorry about that. I think there's a cat fight happening here. And who's a good traveler? A good traveler is someone who's kind of looking at not the end destination, but the enjoyment and the fun that happens on the way. If you're going to be focusing your energy And if you're going to be focusing all your time only on planning and strategizing and stuff and not taking action, you're going to get stuck. And most of the geniuses or most of the people who've had their innovations, or they've cracked something mind blowing, or they've cracked something, is not because they've been planning and strategizing, but they've had eureka moments and stuff. So very important is to be kind of in the moment and have passion for the moment and be spontaneous as well. And lastly, I'd like to say that from the Japanese ikigai point of view, adventure and not planning things is a great way to be, and a good traveler is one who has no fixed plans and has no intention of even arriving. So similarly, in our workspaces or in our lives and stuff, you have these seniors. I mean, I've had some celebrities who told me when I was laid off from my work and stuff that I think after having an experience of 23 years, you think you've arrived and stuff. And I was pretty kind of upset about that, and I did take up the job there because I realized that the lady wanted to kind of have me on board, but she was breaking I mean, she was not respectful about the kind of experience and the kind of stuff that I'd already done in my life. And because she was running a brand, I'm so sorry, excuse me, cosmetic brand, she didn't have respect for me because she wanted me to join her at the expense of kind of not making me look like I've done enough work in my life and stuff. So the lesson is that, I mean, there's no age, there's no stage when you arrive. The point is to kind of keep consistently at it, to keep going forward, keep performing, keep thinking, have a forward movement and stuff, and not get perturbed or disturbed by relationship messes or emotional or nonsensical happening and stuff, because who makes you unhappy, who brings you down, who kind of tries to plan and scheme against you, people who are not happy about your accomplishments, or people who are, I won't like to say that because I don't even focus on that, jealous about you, or they don't want you to excel better and stuff. So in that scenario, a good idea is to kind of stick to your own course, stick to your own people. But they are amazing people out there.